Hello, all you lovely people out there. How are you all going? I'm Kate Hill and I am here to give you the best, unbiased and honest commentary about our property markets, along with fantastic hints and tips. Now today, special feature, and it's an area profile. This time it is Southern Adelaide. Adelaide, along with Brisbane, is still growing strongly in terms of increased capital values. We have strong population growth forecasts, affordable housing, super low vacancy rates, improved access to Adelaide's CBD. If you want to download my completely free report for this area, then please click on the link below. I'll share all the important stats, housing market details, etc., etc. These area profiles are always a little bit longer than some of my other newsy updates, so get yourself a coffee, stay tuned to hear what makes this area so compelling as an investment choice. Okay, so where are we? So we are roughly, it depends whereabouts you go, 40 kilometres, half an hour's drive south of the city of Adelaide. The city of Marion has long-term resilience and strong infrastructure plans. Around $2 billion in both private and government investment is being spent on the redevelopment of the Tonsley precinct, leading to new enterprises and jobs creation. A new teaching hospital and a university campus are already in operation. Major transport projects are improving the connectivity between freight hubs and seaports, creating further opportunities for businesses. Further south, the city of Onkaparinga has an attractive seaside location, a track record of steady price growth and an above average rental yield in one of South Australia's strongest population growth areas. Over the next 20 years, the region is expected to receive an influx of 48,000 additional residents, making it one of Adelaide's strongest growth areas. Now, in terms of some of the highlights that interest property investors, we have got in the city of Marion, for example, the $1.2 billion Tonsley redevelopment, the $120 million Flinders University precinct, the $1.5 billion Flinders Village, the $880 million transport infrastructure projects. In Onkaparinga, we have extended rail links to Seaford, $500 million Morphett Vale racecourse redevelopment, $5.4 billion Torrens to Darlington transport upgrades, $350 million medical research precinct, $400 million Noarlunga Regional Centre revitalization. Tonsley is the site of that former Mitsubishi Motors assembly plant. It's being redeveloped as an integrated employment, education and residential precinct. Since its inception in 2012, the Tonsley redevelopment project has attracted investments totaling $1 billion, while Renewal SA has contributed $253 million. A residential development will host at least 850 homes and about 1,200 residents, and this will be accompanied by campuses of TAFE, Flinders University, which are already operating from that site. Following the recent opening of its $120 million computer science, engineering and mathematics school, Flinders University has announced plans for a $1.5 billion development. The Flinders Village project will feature student accommodation, a health research facility, transitional health accommodation and a hotel. Works on Flinders Village, which will create 1,000 construction jobs over a decade, are expected to begin now that Flinders station is open. The first major project will be the $200 million Health Research Centre. Construction of this building will coincide with the first stage of a student accommodation project, which will house 3,000 students. Flinders Village will add to the existing 30 research, technology, science startups, established businesses and institutions operating in this precinct. Already on the Tonsley campus is Flinders at Tonsley, a $120 million innovation hub that is home to some of Adelaide's biggest businesses and globally recognised brands. The Marion Council is making progress on the revitalisation of the Edwardstown Employment Precinct project. already host to 4,500 jobs and 1,700 businesses, which contribute $1 billion to the local economy. There are plans to enhance the precinct. These include improving the vibrancy and livability of the area, fostering commercial activity, increasing job opportunities, and supporting economic recovery. Another project with a focus on livability is the Glenthorne National Park development. Glenthorne Farm, a former working farm, will be transformed into a $20 million recreational precinct, which will include an education hub. Fishing, sailing, revegetation will be, of course, also part of that project. Other major projects in the pipeline include the North to South Corridor, which is the development of a major freight route running 78 kilometres between Gawler and Old Noarlunga. The $14.5 billion project is being jointly funded by the federal and state governments and is South Australia's largest ever infrastructure project. The recent completion of the 3.3 kilometre Darlington upgrade section means that preliminary work on the last and most complex phase of the North-South corridor, the Torrens to Darlington tunnels, is underway. Major construction is to begin in 2023. The Torrens to Darlington project is a 10.5 kilometre section projected to cost $5.5 billion and create 4,500 jobs. Motorists will be able to bypass 21 sets of traffic lights and will have their travel time cut by up to 24 minutes. Completion of the entire project is expected around 2030. $1 billion has recently been spent on infrastructure in Onkaparinga region, including that Southern Expressway duplication that happened a few years ago, the McLaren Vale overpass, and the electrification and extension of the Noarlunga rail network down to Seaford. The outcome is easy accessibility between Adelaide and the Onkaparinga region. Education is important. There are 41 public schools and 17 private schools, which cater for nearly 25,000 students. There is the Noarlunga campus of technical and further education, Flinders University, Marcelin Technical College, and the Lonsdale Skills Centre. Noarlunga Centre is the main business and retail precinct. It is the location of the Colonnades Shopping Centre, Noarlunga Private Hospital, Noarlunga Centre Interchange, and the City Council headquarters, and, if that's not enough, the TAFE College. The Onkaparinga municipality is serviced by the McLaren Vale and District's War Hospital, while there are 2 private hospitals located in Morphett Vale. Now, I could talk a lot more about all those infrastructure plans for this entire region, but then this video would be about 4 hours long. I've probably got your attention for about 10 minutes, right? So trust me, there is a lot going on here. The whole area is sustained by a diverse range of industries, including healthcare, retail, construction, education and training, and manufacturing. Now, planning for new schools for the region will ramp up construction activity. Transport infrastructure is a key driver for the economy because it makes that region just so much more accessible. Flinders University is a key employer, having 1,500 staff and catering for 25,000 students. There's also the TAFE College, Aclavelli Park, and numerous schools. Co-located with the university is the Flinders Medical Centre and Flinders Private Hospital. The medical centre is a major public tertiary hospital and teaching school. In 2018, a $13 million multi-storey car park was added to the medical centre because of sheer demand. As some of you may remember, manufacturing within that precinct was originally developed for the car and automotive industries, but these firms have obviously now diversified into advanced manufacturing, defined as the manufacturing of globally competitive, high value added products by the application of the world's best practice technologies, processes and services. And we can't not mention the money that the wine and tourism sectors bring into this region. Tourism has been enhanced with the completion of that Southern Expressway duplication and with the Seaford rail line extension. Tourism actually brings in just under $500 million each year. The acclaimed McLaren Vale wine district is part of the Onkaparinga economy and attracts around 1 million visitors every year. Adelaide is one of the most consistently strong markets in the nation, with growth continuing in both sales activity and pricing levels. The summer 21 to 22 hotspotting.com.au survey reveals 115 suburbs with rising sales momentum. Adelaide's median dwelling value is now $560,000, having produced a 21% increase in 21. This makes it considerably more affordable than the eastern seaboard capitals and Canberra. According to realestate.com.au, Morphett Vale and Aldinga Beach, for example, were two of South Australia's top selling suburbs in 2020 because of their affordability. Morphett Vale continues to excel, having recorded 383 sales in the last 12 months. Double-digit price growth over the past 12 months is now common across the entire precinct. The biggest increase recorded in Seaford, where the median house price is now $586,000, following a 28% increase. Shado Park is another standout example, with a median price now at $700,000, unthinkable a couple of years ago. Vacancy rates across the municipality are consistently low. They've tightened in the last 12 months, according to SQM research. The pool of rental stock is dwindling and is currently at its lowest point for over a decade. Analysis shows that Adelaide's vacancy rate of 0.2% is the lowest vacancy rate ever to be recorded across any capital city since it began keeping records. Some postcodes are actually at 0%. Now, this is inevitably putting upward pressure on rentals, pushing the median house rent for Southern Adelaide up by 10% to $480 in the last 12 months. Now, don't forget, if you want to download my free area report for Southern Adelaide, click on the link below. I will share all of these stats, housing market details, and what makes this area so compelling and more. And just remember, everyone, I always say that different areas are doing different things, different times, for different reasons. Not all markets perform the same, and not every market is suitable for every investor. So I'm going to keep you posted, and I'm going to keep talking to you about all things property. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying all of my free content, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.